Nigeria's Central Securities Depository, the Central Securities Clearing Systems PLC, achieved a significant stride in its operations as it bagged the ISO 27001 2013 certification by the British Standards Institute. The CEO of CSCS PLC, Mr. Kyari Bukar, gave his opening remarks on the attainment of the ISO 27001.
This is a special day for us at CSCS. Of course, with the achievement of the ISO 27001 certification, this is more of the ceremonial aspect of it. I believe the certification was quite early in the year. It's not about the achievement of saying we are ISO certified. It's actually development of the habit of keeping up to those processes that we've promised ourselves that we would do. And once that becomes part of our DNA or part of our culture, then we will be positioned to actualize our core values, which is secure, right? Confidentiality, security, etc., etc.
Special guest of the occasion and Director UK Trade and Investment, Mr. Ahmed Bashir, commended the CSCS PLC for scaling through the rigors of the certification.
The United Kingdom has a close relationship with Nigeria, and the expertise we have from the City of London remains one of our main strongest exports to Nigeria. The standardization drive from the Central Bank of Nigeria is therefore key, continuing that drive and a special relationship that we have in terms of making a difference in the sector. So I'm delighted to be part of this, presentation ceremony, with what is one of, Nigeria's leading financial institutions, the Central Securities Clearing System, CSCS, as you guys call it. And I completely understand the ISO certification process is lengthy, it's very difficult, it means a lot of work being put into it, and my understanding is you guys have all been involved in that. So, very well done. It's a great effort that you guys have put in. So, your work should be absolutely congratulated to, achieving the valuable accreditation that you have done. So we hope, going forward, that we get more Nigerian companies kind of joining you guys in this, in this accreditation, and hopefully I can join, attend more of these type of events and say well done. So brilliant, many congratulations to everybody here on a wonderful achievement.
We have to make sure this becomes part of our culture, because the day you allow a little weakness within your system, sincerely speaking, because of globalization, the cyber criminals are everywhere. Whether you invite them or not, they are just there just to break into the system.
Highlight of the event was the presentation of the ISO 27001 certificate by the Director UK Trade and Investment, Mr. Ahmed Bashir, to the CEO CSCS PLC, Mr. Kyari Bukar.
We have to live by those processes that require us to maintain that certification. So the level of certification is one, but two, it is actually doing the things that are absolutely necessary to maintain security of information. Basically, it is not just the IT security, but the entire information security management that is the core of the ISO 27001 certification. I am immensely happy and grateful that we've achieved this milestone, and the credit actually goes to all members of staff, including our consultant Digital Encode, in actualizing those achievements. It's tough, but maintaining it is now going to be a second nature for us, culturally speaking.
Achieving ISO 2701 is actually a very daunting task because it involves a lot of, involving the people, integrating with process and technology. In a nutshell, it means that, you need to make sure that all the policies, all the procedures are all in place to ensure to put in place a good foundation for information security management system. But what we can say about CSCS is, before we came in, CSCS actually actually have a very strong focus when it comes to information security. So it was very easy for us to make sure, because there is a strong management buy-in, and with a strong management buy-in, it was very easy for us to achieve the certification for CSCS as an organization.
The essence of ISO certification is to take us from the operational level where we are to a higher standard where we are able to observe data security, confidentiality, and observance of the best practice internationally. That implies that our processes and procedures have been elevated to a level where the public can say yes, they are confident that CSCS can manage their data very well.
Before you can get certification to ISO 2701, there is need for strong leadership support, because it's not just about technology. Establishing a good, putting in place a good foundation for information security actually has to come from the top. When I mean from the top, even from the board of directors to the CEO and the other members of the top executives, because they have to live it, they have to do it before it can dovetail down to other members of staff. Because showing good example will enable them to be able to maintain, the certification. Because it's not about the certificate; it is about living a good practice of information security.
When you look at where we are in terms of being a member of the capital market ecosystem, and by extension the entire financial markets, we believe very strongly in maintaining security of information and assets that we have, and that should boost investor confidence, both locally and internationally speaking. So we are basically telling the world that we take maintaining of their assets seriously, and by subscribing to the ISO 27001 standard.
With this ISO certification, it is expected that it will further boost the CSCS framework for building a management system to protect information assets of Nigerian investors.